Everybody, welcome to Kevin's Auto Channel. I'm Kevin Walters, and 2022 in the auto world, there's a lot of news to talk about, so let's get right into it. So, what does 2022 bring in the automotive world? Well, first off, let's talk about the Ford F-150 Lightning. That is right, the new F-150 EV truck. The orders have been going on since January. You know, you can order the work truck version of it for around 40 grand, which is pretty good for a starting price for an EV. But it goes all the way up, you know, the platinum version goes up to around $92,000. So there's a wide range. I believe there's the work truck, there's the XLT, and then there's the platinum. The XLT base is going to run you around $52,000. If you want the extended range, battery, it gives you another 70 miles of range. So that's gonna, if you want that, that's gonna run you an extra $20,000, which is a hefty price for 70 miles. So hopefully Ford will realize they need to lower that price a little bit. But there are Max Trailer Pro options available if you want those on your Lightning. And here's the thing, guys. It's going to be interesting to see how an EV holds up hauling and pulling loads. When you think of an EV, you really don't think about pulling a load with it. But I mean, they are very torquey. They've got really good horsepower and torque numbers. You know, with the regular battery, now this isn't the work truck, but the regular battery on the XLT and the Platinum, you're looking at 425 horsepower equivalent and 775 foot-pound of torque. If you go up to the extended range battery, then that's going to bump your horsepower number up to 563. So, I mean, you know, the really good numbers. It's just, how are the batteries going to hold up? How's the truck going to hold up with pulling? The thing that I like about the Lightning is they based it off of the regular F-150. So, you know, I'm hoping frame and chassis wise and all, you know, it should be similar to the gas version. But I'm very, very anxious to see how these trucks hold up in a working environment. So moving on, speaking of EVs, you've got the announcement this year of the 2024 Chevrolet Silverado EV truck. Now, numbers-wise, it's going to run basically the same price as the F-150 Lightning. So the Pro version is going to start out at $40,000. The RST, though, is going to go all the way up to $107,000. So that's what, $14,000 more than the Platinum F-150 Lightning EV. So, a little bit more pricey on the Silverado. But, let's see. As far as specs go on power and all, the Pro version, you're looking at 510 horsepower, 650 foot-pound of torque, and an 8,000 pound towing capacity. Now, if you bump up to the RST version, then you're going to get 664 horsepower, 780 foot-pound of torque. So, and that number also increases on your towing to 10,000 pounds towing. So, it will have a 5.9 foot bed. Now, the way they've built the Silverado EV is you can lay these seats down and all in the back and get equivalent to a 10 foot 10 inch bed going all the way through. So that's nice. It will also feature a 17 inch center screen. Now, the way these screens and these infotainment centers are growing, you're about to have a flat screen TV in vehicles. So 17 inch center screen, massive screen, and you will also have an 11 inch digital gauge cluster. So like in my Mustang, you will have a digital gauge cluster. So yeah, so Chevrolet is getting in the EV game as well. So I know the government is really pushing EVs. Here's the thing, guys. EVs are nice in theory. You don't have to buy gas for them, but here's the catch. Here's the catch. There's two catches to an EV and an EV nation. Number one is the power grid. Our current power grid here in America could not handle everyone driving an EV and charging it. We would have brownouts and blackouts galore all across America if that happened. Number two, I don't know if you know this, but a lot of the money for a gallon of gas at the gas pump is tax. So, say you're paying $3 a gallon for gas, probably $1.50 of that is going to the government, taxes. So, if you cut out that, where's the government going to get those taxes from? So that is when you're going to introduce things like a mileage tax for EVs and things like that. Believe me, the government is not going to miss out on their money. They will find a way to get it out of you, whether raising taxes throughout the year on property taxes and all to pay for roads, or they're simply going to charge you by the mile like you're renting a vehicle or something. So, yeah, government's going to get their money. So don't think you're going to get out of paying taxes, more taxes. Uncle Sam's going to get it back. Now, moving on to other news, Dodge. So we've talked about Ford, we've talked about Chevrolet, now let's talk about Dodge. Dodge CEO Tim Kuniskis announced that the Hellcat engines will cease production at the end of 2023. So if you want a Hellcat powered Challenger, Charger, or Durango, or you know what, the Trackhawks also by Jeep, if you want one of those vehicles, you better grab one when you see it on the lot, because the way production is right now, they're not making much, and with it ending at the end of 2023, if you want one, you better save your pennies up and grab one while you can if you want it new. So what's going to happen? Well, the CEO announced that it's just the Hellcat engines ending right now. There was rumors that the Challenger and the Charger were going to end as well. But as of right now, they are not going to cease production. But what they are looking at doing is replacing the Hellcat engines with electric engines. So what that tells me is we are going to be soon seeing a possibly an EV Challenger, Charger, at least right now. Will they get rid of one of those? I don't know, but that's what their plan is. In the Hellcat engines in 2020, at the end of 2023, and they are supposedly developing electric engines to replace those. So we will see what Dodge has in store for us. Dodge has got a reputation for leading technology and everything in the automotive industry. They like to try new things to see if the public will buy it. So yeah, they've got some oh yeah, I forgot about the Ram also, the TRX. So that truck will cease to exist also probably at the end of 2023, because it won't have that engine unless they're planning on making an EV truck as well, just like Ford and Chevrolet are doing. So that's what's going on with Dodge. Now, we touched on this a little bit earlier, but government EPA emissions and regulations, we're seeing right now, electricity is going up right now. Taxes are going up. You've got astronomical gas prices at the pump right now. So something has got to give. Inflation is blowing up like a balloon with a helium tank. It's going crazy right now. It's affecting every part of our lives. You see all the stuff going on with the truckers. Their diesel, it's way over $1,000 for them to fill up now. And that's if they already have fuel in their tanks. They're just, filling up. So that's going to affect everything that we as consumers purchase, because it's costing more to get the freight to the stores. So this isn't just a one area price hike. It's going to be every area. So yeah, that's the government. Now, moving on to Toyota. The new Toyota Tundra for 2022. So finally, Tundra got the design refresh, and overhaul that it has needed for years. Toyota, I don't know why. Toyota makes great vehicles. Their engine, their powertrains are wonderful, but technology-wise, they are very behind. But they're finally starting to catch up. So the new 2022 Toyota Tundra is starting at $36,000. The big news for Tundra this year is there is no more V8. The I-Force is gone, as far as V8 goes. Now, they do have the 3.5 liter V6 twin turbo engines in those trucks now. And there's two versions. There's the regular, and then there's a hybrid version. The I-Force V6 is 389 horsepower and 479 foot-pound of torque. The I-Force Max, as they're calling it, the hybrid version, is 437 horsepower, 583 foot-pound of torque. Sort of like the e-torque engine from Dodge Ram. So, same concept. You get a little bit of electrification to boost your torque numbers and give it a little bit more oomph. Max payload in the new Tundra is 1,940 pounds. Max towing is 12,000 pounds. They have updated the technology in the truck, the infotainment center. There is now an 8-inch cluster or a 14-inch center display cluster powered by JBL. Just like the Tacomas have had for years, the new Tundras do have the composite bed. So Tacoma has had this for years, the composite bed, and they are aluminum reinforced for a little added strength. But you don't have to worry about scratching and scuffing paint in the back of your bed because it's composite. There is a coil spring suspension, multi-link rear on that. The Tundra now has a 10-speed transmission, just like Ford and Chevrolet do. And as far as miles per gallon is concerned, and right now that is a very critical point and area for a vehicle. You're looking at 17 in the city, 22 on the highway, with a combined of 19 miles per gallon. Now, if you ask me, that is a lot like the MPG that was on the V8 version of the Tundra. So, even though they dropped down to a V6 twin turbo, gas mileage still isn't great, it doesn't look like. Now, maybe in real life, maybe it'll get better depending on driving conditions. But, yeah, surprising that the numbers were that for a V6. And lastly, I want to talk about the 2023 Mustang. Of course, I love Mustangs. And looks like for 2023, 2024, we're going to get a styling and interior refresh, which should include Sync 4 like we see on the new F-150s, which will mean a bigger screen. It will release in 2023 and should be featured at the 2022 Detroit Auto Show. That should be its main debut. There will be refined and comfortable techie interior. Not quite as sporty as once was. They're going more luxury. The Mustang crowd is starting to get a little older. I'm 33 now, so they're going to focus more on luxury than sportiness as far as the interior goes. They are planning on deleting the 5.2 liter like you see in the GT500 and the GT350, but they are planning on introducing a hybrid V8, and they are eventually moving toward EV. So probably they're phasing out the V8, and we've known this now for a little while, but this will probably be the last gen for the V8. So they should offer a hybrid V8 and a regular V8, 5.0 liter Coyote. So just another variant of this engine. Now, recent years, we've seen the Bullet come back. We've got currently the Mach 1. So probably with this refresh, we will see the Boss trim come back. So that will be exciting to see. The Mach 1 is beautiful. I love the new Mach 1s. They had one on the showroom floor when I bought this car, but it was about $8,000 more, and it was a manual, and I like manual, but not for everyday driving, so just settled for my GT Premium. So that is a lot of news for the beginning of 2022, so a lot of exciting things happening. Of course, high gas prices are ruining it. So we will see if all these plans stick together and all of this comes to fruition, especially for the Mustang and the EVs coming up. So don't forget to check out the Kevin's Auto Channel merch website. Be sure and pick up some merch. Be sure and subscribe to the channel. Hit the like button. Leave a comment down below. Letting me know how you're doing, what you think about all this news, how you like the designs of the merch. And I'm Kevin Walters. This is Kevin's Auto Channel. I hope you have a great day, and I will see you in the next one. I am excited to announce for 2022 that Kevin's Auto channel has finally opened up a merch store. That is right. You can go online to the website listed right there across your screen. And it's also linked in the description below. You can go there. I believe I've made 7 or 8 designs for the merch store so far. And in each design, there are hoodies, t-shirts, I believe sweatshirts, no long sleeve t-shirts, hats, stickers, all sorts of things. So be sure to check out the website, the merch store for Kevin's Auto channel. Pick you up some merch. Now here's the thing. I went to school for graphic design, so right now I'm trying my hand at designing the merch. So the designs that you see are my designs. They're my original designs. So we'll see how this goes. And leave comments down below, please. Let me know what you think about it. And yeah, be sure and pick you up some merch. Support the channel. We're growing. We're about to hit 2,000 subscribers. So we'll see what 2022 brings.